What's good, people? Thanks as always for passing by the channel. Much appreciated. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. All right, so I did do a competition recently, just a little competition to win a Fox t-shirt and a Fox hat. And the question was, in what movie does the line "the show must go on" come from? And I gave a clue saying it was a fighting movie and it's from the 1990s. No one got it right. No one got it right. The line came from a movie called The King of the Kickboxer, which was a kickboxing movie, kind of a B movie. A lot of people mentioned Raging Bull, so I'm guessing that line is also in Raging Bull with Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci, but the movie I was referring to was King of the Kickboxer. So I'm gonna have to think of another question so I can send these out. Remember, I am back to the UK on the 24th of Feb, so I do wanna get these things out 25th. So probably the next video I do, I will think of another question so someone can win them, and it'll be an easier question. So it'll be a case of whoever answers first to this easier question will get the Fox off. All right, let's talk Tyson Fury for a few minutes. Yesterday, it was announced that Tyson Fury has signed a deal with ESPN. I think it's a 5-fight deal for 80+ million. I don't know if it was pounds or dollars, but regardless, 80 million's a lot. How do I feel about this? A few people have asked me, how do you feel about this, Ade? First and foremost, congratulations to Tyson Fury. It's been an incredible, what is it, 7-8 months? When did he fight Sefa Fury? Was that June, July? So what are we now, February? So it's been an incredible few months. It's not even been a year. And in that time, he's had 2 comeback fights, a win. It was a win against Deontay Wilder. And now he signed this lucrative deal with ESPN. So I'm happy for Tyson Fury. Fantastic for him, fantastic for his family. And again, it's been a monumental back end of 2018. And now it's obviously a great start to 2019. That's where the goodness stops. That's where it stops completely, because we're in a position now where the top 3 heavyweights in the world all fight on different platforms. So you've got Deontay Wilder that fights on PBC and Showtime. You've got AJ who fights on Sky Sports Box Office and DAZN. And now you've got Tyson Fury who fights on BT Sports and ESPN. I mean, how fucked is this? Like, really and truly, how fucked is this? Frank Warren mentioned or said something like, this now helps Tyson Fury when it comes to negotiations with AJ or Wilder. I don't know how. I just don't see how that's true. I really don't. It's very rare to see a top-ranked fighter, and that's what he is now. He's a top-ranked fighter, fight on any other platforms. It just doesn't really happen, which is why for years when Manny Pacquiao was at his peak, it was Manny Pacquiao versus Marquez, Manny Pacquiao versus Bradley. It was basically Manny Pacquiao versus any other top-ranked fighter. When we wanted to see him fight other guys, it just didn't happen because Bob Arum just doesn't allow it to happen. He doesn't allow his fighters to go and fight on other networks. That's why I'm not getting excited about the thought of Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford. I just don't think it's going to happen, just because one's a PBC fighter, one's a top-ranked fighter. It's just not going to happen. And this is the situation we're going to be now with Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, which is why Tyson Fury versus Wilder has not been signed yet. Everyone was asking the question, what's going on with Wilder versus Fury? Like, what's happening? Obviously, Wilder's in a situation where he's almost a free agent, right? So he can fight off the Showtime network, but he's loyal to Showtime, so he's not going to do that. He's not going to do that. And already he started to mention other possibilities. So he's already mentioned the likes of, I'll fight Dominic Breazeale or Dillian Whyte, which is why that fight's not been signed, because those guys are both waiting in the wings. And Tyson Fury now, they've already mentioned the fights like Kubrat Pulev. So we're not going to get Wilder versus Fury. And this is the sign of boxing in the 21st century. There are just too many networks. There are just too many. And look, I'm happy again. I will say I'm very happy for Tyson Fury to get his money. Fantastic. But can you imagine how difficult it's going to be now for Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua? Whereas before it was like Sky Sports versus BT, right? So you could arguably just put it on both pay-per-views, right? And whoever buys. We've seen that before with HBO and Showtime. Now you've got a situation where we have top-ranked ESPN around a table with DAZN, around a table with Sky Sports, around a table with BT. Four entities. Nah. And the worst thing for us UK guys is, if that fight were to happen, there's a very, very good chance that fight happens in the United States of America. So the biggest UK fight that I can remember in my lifetime, the biggest heavyweight fight in years, could likely happen. And it's a UK fight, could likely happen in America rather than 90,000 at Wembley. And the reason why is because the 2 people that will put up the most money will be DAZN and ESPN. They will destroy whatever money is on the table from BT and Sky Sports. So they'll put up the most money. Do you think they're going to want their big cash cow event to be on in America at, I don't know what time it will be on, but the time difference. So if it's peak UK time at, I don't know, 10 p.m., that's like 4 p.m. in America? Of course not. They're going to want it to be at peak viewing hours, which are 9 o'clock American time. So that fight's going to happen in the States. And another thing as well, and Tyson Fury mentioned this, and he said, what did he say? That he's now signed a 5-fight deal to fight in America. So no more Tyson Fury in the UK. So two of our best heavyweights are now America-based. Obviously, Anthony Joshua's got his fight against Jarrell Miller in America. I mean, he'll look at the numbers. The numbers are going to do good. He'll probably stay in America. And Tyson Fury is now confirmed, I've got 5 fights in America. So all this boxing is big in the UK shit, well, these guys have just confirmed that the big money is still in America. And we're still way behind what the Americans can offer. And so, look, again, happy for Tyson Fury. Just not happy for what it means for boxing right now, especially heavyweight boxing. Because we're not going to get Wilder Fury. And I'll be very, very shocked if we get that next. And what it means for Fury, AJ, or Wilder, I don't know. I really don't know what it means for those fights. Because now, like I said, there are just too many networks involved now. And I just don't see how it works. With 1 or 2 networks, I get it. With four fucking networks, I don't know. And again, like I just mentioned right now, it makes sense now why Dillian Whyte versus Dominic Breazeale's not been signed. I mean, for Dillian Whyte, he might get a chance at Wilder. He might get that Wilder fight next. So I can understand why he's hanging on. But this isn't good, people. And for everyone saying, oh, it's good, it's great, it's not great news. It's not, again, for Tyson Fury, it's fantastic news. And I'm happy for Tyson Fury. I've always said that boxers should get what they're worth. And I think that Tyson Fury's entertaining style, not just in the ring, but how he sells a fight, he's worth that money. He really is. He's worth that money. I don't know if the numbers reflect that in terms of bums on seats and pay-per-view. But look, if they're going to pay you that money, get that money. But for us boxing fans who always talk about this new era of 4 or 5 very good heavyweights, it's now going to be even tougher for these heavyweights to fight. Wilder Fury ain't happening. Wilder AJ ain't happening next. Fury AJ ain't happening next. It's more likely that we see Dillian Whyte versus Wilder. That makes more sense. And if Povetkin versus Usyk happens and Usyk wins, it's more likely that we see AJ versus Usyk. Maybe in the UK in a big fight. Those are the likely fights. Forget anything else just because of this deal. This deal is, it's not good for boxing. No, it's not good for boxing. It's not.